Hi, this is Bob Kay from the AMD World Championship. We're here in Sturgis 2010, and today I have Philippe with me here from the Roquechop Design. We have a pretty interesting little takeoff on compared to some of the other motorcycles in the freestyle class. Philip, can you tell us what you were thinking about? What was your inspiration for this bike?
Mostly from my motocross bike. I wanted something that could be rideable in a street in our streets, so I could jump off curbs and run downstairs. So just a bike to have fun. So I wanted a quick wheelbase and quick handling bike. So basically that's it. Dirt bike inspired.
All right, well, we can definitely see some of the clearances, and that influence is pretty strong when you're looking at the bars and some of the chassis components. Let's talk a little bit about the sheet metal. What went into getting that tank to fit the way and how it kind of flows into the seat, having that high motocross type of look?
The tank is mostly an Harley-Davidson old Sportster tank that I just modified a bit. And the tail section, I wanted something that looks very fast, still standing, and very minimalist. So you can see all the mechanical on the bike. And otherwise, there's not much sheet metal. I just wanted the bike to have the minimum thing to be street legal and rideable.
Well, you've certainly accomplished that. Let's talk a little bit about the chassis. This doesn't look like any type of Harley chassis I've ever seen. So what did you have to do to go and put this together? It has more of that kind of single shock dirt bike look. Tell me what it took to make that and where you got the components.
Chassis, I built it myself, again with the geometry of my dirt bike. So the offset monoshock was to bring the bike shorter. So by offsetting the shock, I could shorten the swing arm. And it's basically a wrap-around chassis, a big 2-inch tube, very forward, and that's it. Suspension, it's very high clearance, and the components are low. The batteries and the oil tank are mounted low, so my bike's still high, but has a lower center of gravity, so it handles better.
Well, you have this, I noticed, this big twin shovel head type engine, and with this type of light approach, one might have thought you might have gone to a Sportster drivetrain. Tell us a little bit why you went to the shovel head and what you got going on in the transmission and primary drive.
I like the old school Harley. I really dig the shovel heads. I always add the shovel heads, and I really like the aspect of the motor. It might be not the lightest motor, but I was willing to compromise on that. I split the heads, put dual Morris magnetos and the SNS4 dual plug heads. Tranny is a stock Harley 4-speed ratchet top that I mount higher in the frame and closer to the motor again to get that shorter wheelbase. It's a big bore for a 3 and 5/8-inch bore. Otherwise than that, it's built to ride and performance oriented for a shovel head. So that's it.
Well, I'm sure it's a pretty lightweight bike with a good sized engine. It must be running about 93 inches or something in that range. So yeah, I bet it moves right along. I've noticed on the front end you have some different components, really reminiscent of a dirt bike too. Probably had to modify those trees and those forks right down to the brakes and rims. Tell us a little bit about that.
The fork, actually, the sliders are from a Ducati race bike, and the trees, I just modified some trees to accept those diameter tubes. Handlebar are straight off my motocross CRF 450 Pro Taper. Front brake, crazy Beringer brakes from France. Lend me those brakes to test them. This very high performance. Wheels are super moto wheels. Again, very lightweight, so the bike has a very quick response and feels very lightweight.
Well, it seems like you've done a really nice job taking some of your racing competitive background and added it to this. Let me see. What must have taken a lot of time to do this? I'm kind of looking at it and I'm in awe at the kind of execution on the detail. The finish on it is just flawless. What kind of hours and time do you have into this?
Almost have 6 months of work, crazy hours, and but sometimes you just build it, and 2 days after you come back, you look at it, you start all over again, you don't like it. You know, I wanted all those lines to flow together, the angle of the tank, the angle of the seat mass, and the angle of the primary, the shock reservoir, everything line up in the same direction, the same angle. I wanted the swing arm and shock to flow in the frame. Even the brake torque arm is parallel to the swing arm. I wanted all the lines to go together. That was the hardest part.
Well, I think you've accomplished it. You know, running in the freestyle class at the AMD World Championship, you certainly dedicated yourself to a lot of hours, and we really appreciate you taking the time to talk with us and share some of your secrets and hard work with us. Thanks a lot, Philip.
Thanks.
I'm Shelby, and you're watching the AMD World Championship of Custom Bike Building vidcast. We're sponsored in part by Harley-Davidson Motorcycles, Ride Right Wheels, Excel Motorcycle Products,